Hello and welcome to my take on the 100 Days Naruto anime mod. Now keep in mind, I crafted a whole story and plot for this, so rather than just trying to get as strong as I can during these 100 days, you're going to see my character's struggles and journey through the world of Naruto. As a little side note, some characters from the Naruto anime are in this world, and some are not. Just try not to think too much about the continuity of the past. Also, another real quick thing, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of March. If you guys can help me hit that, be sure to subscribe, like the video, I have more content coming up. So yeah, let's get into the actual 100 days. Opening up on day 1, allow me to introduce myself. My name is BoxDeity, son of the current / 6th Hokage, Kakashi Hatake. For the past few years, I've been working hard in the Ninja Academy. I'm not a superstar like some kids from the past, but the expectations are high with who my father is. But today is when we take the Gennin exams. I'll pass this and prove to everyone that I'm gonna be a great shinobi. The exam consists of our basic school test, which I got an 85 on. Then, 4 categories are graded to test our skills. First up is our shuriken jutsu. Our goal is to hit at least 1 shuriken in the bullseye. I miss all 3 shots horribly. Next up is the test of taijutsu. I go to attack the dummy, but slip on nothing and fall. It's fine though, I just need to do good on these next 2 tests to pass. Next up is kenjutsu, my finest element. I used my specialized white chakra blade to cleanly slice through the leaves and ace the test. Finally, the last test, the ninjutsu test. To see how well we can use and mold chakra, we are to make a simple clone. I infuse my chakra and clone jutsu! What? What is that thing? Having horribly failed 3 out of 4 of the major tests, I'm no longer allowed to become a genin this year. I run off in anger. Later, my father, the 6th Hokage, confronts me. He tells me that he gets I'm mad, and he doesn't blame me for anything, but he wants me to learn from my losses instead of moping around, to get stronger, get smarter, and focus on passing my weaknesses. Having just been lectured, I run off again, even angrier than before. I leave the village and stand on a nearby bridge staring off into the river. Then, suddenly, I hear some rustling in the woods, and what sounds like someone talking. I get closer to investigate.
That's right. If we attack in the morning, everything should go according to plan. The Leaf Ninja stand no chance against us if we get the Hokage first.
I back away and get ready to run toward my father, but the ninja spots me.
Hey, wait. You're the son of the Hokage. If I catch you as a hostage, our plans can go even smoother.
He attacks me, but with my almost Chunin level kenjutsu skills, I beat him and rush back to the village. I get to the Hokage office as the sun rises. I quickly tell my father everything, and he rushes to the entrance of the village. Wanting to help, I follow behind. But when I get to the entrance, my father is captured in a crystal-style sealing jutsu. No Jonin, Chunin, or even Gennin have showed up to help. With just me there, I take on the small group of ninja guarding the crystal user. It takes all my energy, but I manage to take them out. I go to attack the woman that's using the crystal seal. She blocks every single attack with a blade she made out of crystal. I go for one more attack, but she dodges and knocks me out. I wake up in my bed and hear a commotion outside. I rush outside and see a group of people and some Jonin. I walk up to one of the Jonin and ask what's going on. He hesitates for a second and then tells me that Lord Hokage has been taken. I freak out. Where were you guys? All the Jonin, no Chunin, not even a single Gennin to help. Why was that I was the only one there? He explains to me that every ninja was put into a sleep-based genjutsu that extended their sleep by several hours. The only reason I didn't get caught in it is because, well, I failed my exam. I may have been spared from the genjutsu, but I failed even more where it mattered most. I run off again. I don't even know where I'm headed at this point. I just don't want to be in the village right now. I stumble upon a masked ninja named Shindo. He says that he understands my pain, and that he wants to help me. I see raw untapped potential in you, but your anger blinds you to new paths. Still mad, I attack him. He blocks every attack with his bare hands. You were lucky to be spared by those ninja last night. I don't know why it is that they left you alive. Angered, I attack again. This time I use a special kenjutsu attack, Heaven Cutter. This time my attack lands. He's impressed, but uninjured. I'm still angry, and he knocks me out before I can do anything else. I wake up the next day leaning against a tree. Shindo stands nearby and tells me to get ready for my training, and that I won't be able to help my father as I am now. I spar with him, and at the end of the fight he jumps into a tree. Not bad, but with the right guidance you could become a decent ninja. I once worked with your father in the Yanbu Black Ops. If I train you, you could become really tough. After the sparring match, he begins training me, and he does so for 5 days. That won't be enough to help you save Lord Sixth, but it's a start. Let's put this training to the test though. Let's spar again. We battle one more time, and this time I do a lot better. Thanks to my combination of kenjutsu and some newly learned taijutsu, I'm able to hold my own. I know he's holding back a lot, and I'm right. I beat him, but it turns out it was just a clone using a small fraction of his power. We arrive at a bridge and see a bunch of the ninja that attacked the village. Shindo says he'll take on the ones in the woods that were following us, and I'm to take out the ones on the bridge. During the fight, one of the ninja knocks my chakra blade out of my hand. I'm forced to use taijutsu for a bit, but manage to get my weapon back. With my blade back, I'm able to take the rest out. Shindo took his group down without trouble. He tries to get information out of them, but none of them budge. That night, he decides to train me a bit more. He has me focus on taijutsu, just in case I get into another weaponless situation again. 5 more days of training pass, and Shindo challenges me to another sparring match. This time, however, I'm only allowed to use taijutsu. Thanks to my newly gained strong fist ability, I'm able to do more damage. And thanks to my training, I do even better than when I did with kenjutsu and taijutsu combined last time. Next, he wants me to train in nature transformation. My nature transformation. To begin the new training, I try controlling and manipulating the shape and form of the water in a nearby puddle. After a whole day of training, I'm barely able to pull the water into the form of a water wall. 4 days later, I've managed to improve enough to make a large wall of water. It's not much, but Shindo says it's good for now. With the basics down, learning a new jutsu should be easier. We're on the move again, and Shindo is a decent bit ahead of me. Suddenly, he stops atop a hill, and when I catch up, I see that down at the bottom of the hill stands the Crystal Woman. Instantly, I jump to battle. Shindo yells for me to stop, but I don't listen. Shindo blocks an attack that was going to hit me, and the two of them battle it out. She manages to get Shindo to the ground, but before she can land the finishing blow, I jump in once more. Using my newly attained taijutsu skills and my better kenjutsu abilities, I managed to take her down. But this isn't right. No, I didn't take her out. It was a clone. All of a sudden, I'm trapped in a crystal seal. The cage instantly drains all my chakra, and I pass out. 2 days later, I wake up. I'm still trapped in the crystal seal, but I'm somewhere else. The Crystal Woman stands nearby, and to the left of me is my father. Left of him is Shindo. I try to break out, but the seal is too strong. By the next morning, I had given up entirely on escaping the seal. But later that day, a group of Leaf Jonin show up and apprehend the ninja working for the Crystal Woman. She vanishes, and then the seal around the three of us break. Excited, I hug my dad and jump up with joy. One of the Jonin explains that they only found us thanks to me running away from the village. One of the Jonin was worried about me when I did, and decided to follow. When I ran into Shindo, he felt a bit better, but Then he was ordered to further keep track of us in case Shindo was needed back at the village. 2 days later, we all arrive back at the village. A crowd is gathered and cheering for the return of the Hokage. A few hours after arriving, I begin to train my water style further in the river. While training, I learn to form bubbles of chakra. They move slowly and don't do much, but it's a start. While on my way home, the Hokage stops me. He tells me that after the encounter with the Crystal Woman and my decision to take a stand, they've decided to reconsider me as a Gennin. But in order to become one, I must impress him in a battle with Shindo. I rest for the night and arrive in the park the next day, where my test is taking place. The battle begins, and I instantly create a large water wall. From the wall, I shoot chakra bubbles, and then I jump over Shindo and push him into them. From then, I use a combination of Kenjutsu and Taijutsu to finish the battle. Shindo admits that I surprised him in that fight. My father tells me that he too was impressed and that I passed. Now, I am officially a ninja. I train until day 30, which is when I get to meet my 4-man team. First, there's me, and the team leader is Shindo, who offered to lead our team after I became Gennin. Then, there's Kevin and Melancholy. Kevin is pretty brash and fast to attack. Melancholy, on the other hand, is a quiet girl. I don't know much about her at all. As a training exercise, Shindo wants the 3 of us to take him on together. Our teamwork is abysmal, and all of us get taken out. Thanks to this fight, though, I've learned what my teammates are capable of. Kevin uses a fire-style chakra infused into a red trident to attack with a fiery force. Melancholy, on the other hand, is able to manipulate darkness with her yin-style chakra nature. She's able to use this to form darkness around Shindo's eyes in the battle, but even then he was still able to beat us. For a few days, Shindo is off on a mission with some other Anbu members, so the 3 of us train together while waiting. At the end of the training, we have a little free-for-all. Melancholy ends up winning thanks to her tactical fighting style. By the end of our training, my chakra bubbles have gained more power and have developed into water bullets. Day 36, Shindo returns from his mission. Upon arrival, he immediately informs us that we now have a mission. We all get ready and head out to the village hidden in the stone. On the way, we bump into another group of the ninja that attacked the village before. This is when Shindo informs us of what our mission is. We're to take out all the forces that helped out the Crystal Woman. A group of Anbu Black Ops is currently on the hunt for her, but we believe that a lot of their forces are stationed in the stone village. The 4 of us begin to fight the group of ninja. It's a tough fight, and they're able to keep us at a distance. Melancholy and I use a tag team attack to take out the last one. It's weird though. These ninja are not only stronger than before, but they also shatter upon defeat, as if they themselves were made of crystal. We all rest for a bit, then continue on. 2 days later, we arrive in the hidden stone village. The entrance has crystal spikes sticking out of the walls. She may be here, so we have to be careful. The 4 of us split up throughout the village to try and find the hideout. We're told that if we're ever in danger, to rush to the Kage office. I run into a couple of ninja and take them out. I follow some more of them from a distance and bump into Kevin doing the same. We follow them into a large building, and as we get closer, a bunch of them rush us. We take them out and hurry to the Kage office. We tell Shindo what we found. Okay, I'm gonna keep surveillance on that building for 1 week. I want you three to spend that time training. We need to be ready for when we attempt. We all agree, and the three of us get to it. For 1 week, the three of us get stronger together. Then, we meet up with Shindo. He explains that nobody has entered or exited the building at all in the last week, so either Kevin and I took care of all of them, they don't need to leave for some reason, or they have a secret passage. We go inside, and there are crystals growing out of the walls. Kevin and I explain to them that they weren't there before. All of a sudden, more of the ninja appear out of nowhere. Working together, we're able to beat them, but after, the crystal woman herself emerges from the floor. Dang it, that's not according to plan. Run, you three! We turn to run, but the exit is blocked by a crystal. The woman attacks us. We fight together, and thanks to that, Shindo is able to take her out, but then he's surrounded by crystal. Hurry! Get out of here, you three! The fight broke a hole in the wall. Run! The three of us run away, not knowing the fate of our leader. We get back to the entrance of the village, but it's blocked by more crystals and the woman herself. We fight, but eventually she knocks out both Melancholy and Kevin. I think I'm next, but just in time, my father, Lord Hokage, arrives. Hang on, I need a good Kakashi. I need to know what Kakashi sounds like.
Changing your voice like that.
I'll take it from here. Good job, son. He leaps into battle and uses his lightning blade to swiftly take her out. But when he wins, her body begins to crumble away. She says that we may have won this time, but she'll be back and stronger thanks to our dear friend and leader. Lord Six asks us what she meant by that, and we explain what happened while we were here. We run back to the location where Shindo was, but he's gone. Saddened, we all rest in the stone for a few days, hoping he'll show up again. Day 50, we all leave to go home, but we don't arrive until day 53. I don't know what Melancholy or Kevin decide to do after we get back, but I know what Shindo would want us to do. If only I was stronger when we fought the Crystal Woman. If only I could have helped him. I begin training once more. For 1 week, I push my body to its absolute limits. My taijutsu gets far better than it was, and my water style improves too. While I'm training on day 60, someone approaches me. He says that his name is Orochimaru. He tells me that he wants to make a deal with me. He'll help me get stronger if I do him a favor later. Still angry with how weak I am, I accept. For 5 more days, Orochimaru trains me. On day 65, we fight so he can see how strong I've become. After the fight, he bites me, and the bite causes me to feel sick. He tells me to return home and rest. I wake up the next day, and I have awoken a cursed seal. Now, with my training done, I have to help Orochimaru with what he wants. He explains to me that he has been interested in the powers of the Crystal Woman for a while now. He wants me to capture her alive so that he can examine her Kekkei Genkai. I agree to his mission, but I make one request of him myself. I don't quite think I can take the woman out myself, so we decide that Melancholy and Kevin will join me on this mission. We then come to the conclusion that the three of us are still not quite ready yet, so we spend 2 weeks training to prepare for our special mission. Day 80, we head out, and as if she was looking for us as well, we find the Crystal Woman within a few hours. She looks down on us from her hill. Melancholy decides to take charge in the battle, and she puts up quite the fight. Eventually, she gets knocked down, but I jump in to help before anything else can happen to her. Together, Kevin and I take her down, but it's not over yet. She gets back up and laughs. She summons a crystal seal, and inside of it is Shindo. Upon seeing him here, I know exactly what's going on. The capsule shatters and he looks down on us. I let my curse seal spread across my body. The battle begins as we now have to face the Crystal Woman and a controlled Shindo. Kevin and Melancholy take on the Crystal Woman together for the most part. I decide to put my taijutsu training to the test and concentrate my chakra and open the Gate of Opening, the first of the 8 gates. Generally, this technique is used in taijutsu, but I use it to further increase my kenjutsu's power. Together, the 3 of us barely manage to take them down. The genjutsu on Shindo appears to break, but he passes out. The crystal seal begins to spread around him again, and I instinctively jump at the Crystal Woman and punch her in the face at full strength. She shatters to pieces and vanishes. Damn it! Another crystal clone? You coward! Come face me for real! The 3 of us carry Shindo back to the village and recover from the fight. It takes 3 days for Shindo's chakra to heal from the crystal sealing that was on him. He explains that when he was captured, he saw something. He doesn't quite remember, but he thinks it was the Crystal Woman's real body. He remembers the location and that she can't move for some reason. We decide that 16 days we're gonna train, and then we'll go to take her out for good. Shindo trains me specifically to hone myself in the more destructive nature release of wind. The 4 of us gather and head out to find the woman. Shindo leads us to her location. Her real body is a massive crystal. The crystal has been for years absorbing chakra and senjutsu from the earth. Slowly over time, it's become sentient. The 4 of us fight a bunch of crystal ninja and crystal clones. We turn our focus to the crystal itself. Having developed wind style over the last couple weeks, I'm the only one with the capability of breaking it. I toss Rasen shurikens at it, blowing the crystal to bits. Eventually I'm down to the last few pieces when the crystal starts sobbing. She explains, she just wanted to be real, a human like us. She thought that maybe if she absorbed energy from humans, she could become one. At this moment, Orochimaru reveals himself and explains that he can help her with that. After all, it'd be a waste to let such a large and powerful source of chakra get destroyed. He thanks us for helping him with his mission. Then, he leaves with the Crystal Woman. By day 100, he's managed to make her a temporary body, while he works on a permanent one. The 100 days are over, but the story doesn't end here. We still have plenty of missions from Lord Sixth in the future. And the Chunin exams are coming up soon. But we can't forget the Crystal Woman. There has to be more mystery behind her. What was going on? Are there more people like her? We'll have to find out in the next 100 days.